What type of leader am I? Or what type of leader are you? And working with lots of different organisations for the last 20 years or so, and interviewing well over 100,000 leaders in business, there are traits that we have a tendency towards. Some leaders are very enthusiastic, they're passionate. In fact, if they were an animal, they would be an otter. You know, the happy hour begins when they arrive. So Richard Branson would be that type of leader, very happy. That trait is called a persuader personality. Maybe you'd fit that category. Another positive leadership style would be a director personality. They tend to be short with their words. They tend to have direction with their conversation. They don't suffer fools. You would have heard that saying sometimes, you know, this person doesn't suffer fools, just get straight to the point. So a director personality, if they were an animal in the animal kingdom, would be a lion type of personality. You don't mess with them. Another type of leadership category which is not as active, is an analyst, someone who loves the detail. You know, they cross the T's, they dot the I's. One great thing about that type of leader is you definitely know where you stand when you work with that particular personality. If they were an animal, they would be like a beaver. A beaver, you know, is detailed and they know where all the different sticks go, and they build a very solid foundation. Great leader to work with. Another type of leader is what we call a stabilizer, someone who's stable in the business. In fact, they're the glue that holds a lot of organizations together. Look, they don't show off very often. You might not even notice them. They're in the back room. They're very supportive. They care about the staff and they care about the culture. So that's a type of leader that is very proactive towards people, but they don't want to be the superstar. In fact, if they were an animal, maybe a golden retriever would be a good description for them. What does a golden retriever do? They love everybody and they make sure that everybody is happy and secure. Now, so I'll just recap on those styles. So you've got your persuader, happy-go-lucky, very charismatic. You've got your so Richard Branson might fit that category as a leadership trait. Then you have your director personality, no mess Charlie, very, very direct in their style of communication. You might have someone who is very autocratic. That might be someone that comes to mind. And then you have your stabilizer, I guess Gandhi, who brought all the people together and, you know, was not about being flash, was more about supporting his nation. And then you have your analyst, which quite frankly, there are tons, because we live in a very highly technical world where detail is very important and process is really important. And you're going to have a lot of people who gravitate towards the detail side of leadership skills. Look, as you progress as a leader, you'll find that you'll become very strong in all four quadrants because that's who you're dealing with. But under pressure, there is definitely a quadrant that you would gravitate towards because that's a natural style for you. Obviously, you have your positive style, which is your director personality and persuasive personality. You have your more passive, which is your stabilizer and your analyst. But the reality is that you're going to have an active that is strong, maybe a director personality, and you might actually have an analytical trait that's number 2. I don't really enjoy profiling for the sake of profiling. It definitely does help you to look at some traits that you might get yourself into. But remember, the human potential is unlimited in regards to you can change and you can decide to move from one form or one type of being to another type of being. These are just indicators of maybe what you lean towards as a leader. So, hey, the action I want you to take is to realize that you may have a strength in one of these quadrants, play it as a strength, and then work on other areas that maybe are not so strong. And the benefit is to you is that you'll be a leader that is able to engage many types of people and what we call widen your umbrella of influence that can only make you more valuable in the future. Hey, whether you agree or disagree with this video, I'd love to hear your comments. Maybe you could talk about a trait that you know that you gravitate towards. I'd love to hear from you. This is William Farmer. Believe in engagement is the key to success. You can get us on dalecarnegie.com.au.